Not everybody is designed to make money as a solopreneur, and in this episode I'm going to talk about how human design chart configuration may influence the way how you are best suited to get your work done without unnecessary hassle or resistance. Also, if you are considering hiring somebody, hiring other people to make your business easier, this one is for you. In this day and age, and also the boom in online businesses, many course creators or coaches are selling you on the idea that you can start your own business and be successful even without a partner or a team. You need to be careful if you want to implement this advice to your business model, because a lot of people are actually not designed to work solo. And instead of investing in yet another course on productivity or visibility tactics and not seeing the results you hoped for, it's time to face the truth and understand how you are actually meant to set up your business for the most efficiency. To understand that, we need to use your BG5 career blueprint, which is an official application of human design for business. I've seen many coaches and mentors in online spaces who apply this system for business, but they are using only human design insights, which stop being applicable when we talk about the best way for our business and our work to be successful and profitable. Very often you will get tips based on aura types, which, for example, manifestors are here to be their own boss and hiring generators to keep the operations going, which on some level can be the truth, but it's too surface information and it doesn't represent the whole spectrum of somebody's unique design. It also lacks group dynamics, which are the bedrock of any successful enterprise. If you have a business, you are always connecting with others, and that's where just human design, which is your personal awakening tool, won't be enough, won't truly support and help your business, and it may confuse you even more. And before I dive into certain aspects that we analyze when assessing someone's career blueprint, I need to make something very clear. It is impossible to give you full answer whether you are meant to work solo, in partnership, hire a small team, or run a big organization or company if I don't see your individual chart. The problem with making videos on this subject is that each one of us is unique, and this is the whole point of human design and BG5. But I will share a few examples on how to look at your chart so you may have an indication on your individual business path, and also show you few examples of nuances that are actually impossible to be detected just by program or general rule, if that makes sense. And if you don't know me, hi, I'm Karina Apolonia Tryb, human design professional and career and business consultant, and I'm here to support leaders of the future in fulfilling their unique vision and making impact in the new era of business, preparing for the global frequency shift in 2027 and beyond. So let's go back to our topic and talk about how to determine how your human design chart may be informing you about the best work environment. To assess that, we look at what in normal human design chart is called your type of definition, which means that you may have a single, split, simple or wide split definition, triple split definition, quadruple split, and also no definition if you are a reflector. And in BG5 language, the type of definition is called your assimilation style. So the first one is single definition, which is called independent assimilation style. And it means that all of your life force is connected and communicating with each other. It also means that you may process information much faster. So theoretically, you may be best suited to work solo because you don't need that much support from others. But If, for example, you are a projector, which in BG5 language is called advisor, you are meant to work with the other person and guide energy. Also, if, for example, you have a lot of tribal activations, tribal channels or gates in prominent places, it may also mean that you are actually needing a lot of support, even if you are an independent assimilation style. There is also another nuance. For example, we look at the planetary activations that are in the prominent places for your business. And sometimes in that kind of case, having the other side of this channel will enhance your business operations and will make your work much smoother, much faster, much more efficient. For example, like my team member Anna, who is a manifestor. So in BG5 language, she is an initiator with a single definition, which means that on paper, she is here to work best solo. But she has a specific planetary activation in gate 9, line 2, which is called Misery Loves Company. And this is the energy of focus and how to bring details into step-by-step process. And this is activated by her personality moon. And in BG5 language, your personality moon is actually the driving force for your business. So imagine now not having that activation online because you need the other person to do so, because this activation is in undefined center, in undefined function. And that means that actually she is not able to do much work if she's just doing it by herself, even though her assimilation style is independent. So I hope by this example you can already see how the detail and nuance of the unique chart really matters. And there's no yes or no answer just on the basic generic information. The next one is called collaborative assimilation style. And this one in human design language is called split definition. Simple split definition or wide split definition. And this means that two parts of your body graph are not connected with each other. So working solo might be a problem, or work may take much longer than if these people would actually find the right collaborator, right partner who can energetically connect their split. With this one, I have a personal story. So I have a collaborative assimilation style, and in BG5 report, my ideal work environment is set up to be solo or big groups if I have a management role in the bigger organization. But this report doesn't take into account my assimilation style, which is collaborative. And also all of my strengths, all of my channels are in tribal circuit, which I mentioned before is here to give support, but also needs support. And these kind of nuances are not possible to do just by the program. So the moment I hired a right person and we were able to collaborate with each other, sometimes just sitting in the Zoom room and doing our things solo, but connecting and talking some things through, not for a very long time. I've noticed how my own self-expression, how my ability to start and finish things and also focus on the detailed work is much more enhanced. And these kind of nuances are incredible to take into consideration when you think about your ideal environmental style for your work and business to thrive. And before we go into another part of this video, if you enjoyed this so far, please like this video, leave a comment, and if you want to receive more insights on how to apply human design / BG5 for your business, don't forget to subscribe. And by doing all of those things, you help my channel to grow, spread the message to more people, and support my business. Thank you so much. And also, after I will move through all the assimilation styles, I will be giving you an extra insight on how to determine if you are meant to be a solopreneur. So make sure to stick till the end. Now, the third assimilation style is called synthesizing. And in human design language, this is triple split definition. So if this is you, it means that you have three parts of yourself not connected. And it also means that you may need various energies to connect all of the life force and information. The name of the game is the movement between different people, different auras. So working solo might be hard if you are not connecting all of those parts of yourself in different ways. But also working with just one person or working in the team where you are day in and day out with the same kind of people may be also not really comfortable for you, because you need movement, you need fresh energies, and you are best if you go outside to do your groceries. Also, what can be really good if you want to work solo, to actually do it in the public spaces, like in cafes or something like this. You can also benefit a lot if you, for example, want to hire a business coach or any other mentor or teacher. It may be good to sample different types of people and auras, and maybe have different coaches for different aspects of your life or business. Here's example of one of my clients. He is an owner in IV nutrition clinic, and he has synthesizing assimilation style and a lot of individual strengths, individual channels, which may make the collaboration much harder for him if people are not appreciating or not allowing for his individual, unique, freaky spirit to come through. The BG5 program would say that he is best to work solo, in a small group, and also in a large group when he can have a higher management role. Partnership would actually make him suffocate, and also when he would work in a small team, he actually, by his mechanics, he needs to be managed instead of having a role in this small team, instead of being really the owner that he is. He also has another business that requires for him to be in the field, to be constantly on the move and meeting new people, new clients, which is perfect for triple split definition. Working solo, but actually having a lot of different people to connect with, is ideal for triple split definition, but only in his case. Remember, there are other nuances when we look at individual charts. So even if you have triple split definition, it doesn't mean that this is perfect for you because of other things in your chart. But in general, being stuck in the office or in collaboration with the same person or the same team or people may feel a little bit constraining and may make your work much harder if you don't have enough space to actually be on the move. Now we are coming towards the rarest type of definition. And in human design language, these are quadruple split definitions, actually more rare than reflectors. And in BG5 language, this is subjective assimilation style. You are here to be fixed in your own ways. And what is important when you think of working with other people is that they need to adjust to you instead of other way around. Working solo may be harder for you because of those four parts that are not connected with each other. You may take longer to process and assess information. So in that case, what can be really helpful is strategic partnerships and having many different people for many different things in your life and in business. Coaches or people who do your taxes, somebody who you connect with on creative side. Also, you need to be in charge on how this collaboration goes. So the right people who don't mind adjusting to you will be perfect for your business. Working with a small team may be interesting topic for you. So to explain that, I need to give you an example. Since the quadruple split definition is so rare, I was lucky enough to have a story from one of my clients. When you look at her chart from a very surface level, it looks like she could do very well in the small team between 3 to 5 people. She has strengths that automatically point to very specific leadership roles in the small group dynamics, but actually that would only work if she would have any other type of definition. So single, split, or even triple split definition. But she said, which doesn't surprise me, that she feels invisible in the group settings, that nobody recognizes her gifts and her ability to lead and make things happen. She's also 5'1", so she's here to bring very practical solutions. But in the group dynamics, she disappears completely transparent. And this is because she has subjective assimilation style, and this dynamic means that random group is not always able to adjust to her. When she would hire a team member in her business, that could work better than actually hiring more people if they are working with each other, with her, if this is necessary. Better solution would be to have different team members that she is meeting one-on-one, some sort of perfect people for her, perfect best friends. And this can really enhance how she does the work, but trying to force it and be the leader of the team might not work at all. Now let's talk about objective assimilation style, which is reserved only for human design reflectors. It means that they do not have any definition, meaning they don't have any channels. In BG5 language, reflectors are called evaluators, and they are perfect for sensing into the collective dynamics, sensing health of the community or a small group. Working solo for them may be harder, but not impossible, if they accept that their life force is turning on and off many times per day based on the transits in the skies. And that means that their life force is not consistent. But being in the center of a group or community, small or even better larger, may help them to be initiated and get some work done that needs to be done, but only if this community is healthy for them. They're very sensitive to the environment and the place they are in, and also sensitive to the kind of people they are surrounding themselves with. I don't have a story of a client with objective assimilation style, but I remember Rao Ruhu, the founder of Human Design System, mentioning that reflectors are actually prone to have more children, bigger families. It's not always the case, but very often they may do that so that they have different mirrors and can express different parts of themselves in that community, in that small or sometimes even bigger group. And this is how they get their signature signpost, which each energy type has. And in case of reflectors, this is a surprise. Being surprised by different parts of themselves coming online, as well as other people, because these kind of go hand in hand for a reflector. So working in partnership just with one person, if this is not a right person, may be limiting to them, and moving within the community and actually being in the bigger auras may be beneficial for them, if the place and people feel right. Before I share one more indicator if being a solopreneur is beneficial for your business, if you want to skip the guessing game and get the real support based on your individual chart, down below, check the link to Stellar Positioning. We will explore your environmental style and your assimilation style, your unique strengths and talents, whether you are meant to lead your business solo or you are meant to hire a team or be in the partnership, how to be more efficient and productive based on your unique career blueprint, and so much more. And the price is truly a steal, so check the link down below. Now, what are other things in your human design chart that may indicate working solo? Some of you listening may have what it's called integration channel. We are talking about strengths And I will be using human design language, strengths like the channel of charisma, 3420. This one is typical solopreneur strength. Another one is 3457. This is the channel of power. We are also talking about 1020. This is the channel of awakening. And 5710, the channel of perfected form. If you have one or more of these channels, you may be actually energized by this need for survival and doing things by yourself. And sometimes you may get turned off by group dynamics or even partnerships when you are not able to be fully yourself and in control. And I have an example of one of my clients. She actually has the channel of power, but also she has a collaborative assimilation style. So she told me that actually doing those like co-sessions with people or accountability sessions or just working with somebody is kind of like a turn off for her, but at the same time, because of her assimilation style, she can actually get more done and process information better if she has some sort of collaboration. Doesn't have to be exactly working constantly with somebody, but at least have a mentor who is able to process information with her and give her things to respond to, because she is a generator in BG5 language, a builder. So as you see, there are many dynamics and it's almost impossible to say for sure, yes, you are meant to work solo or not, because there are so many different variables. And before you change anything in your business, like hiring somebody or starting a collaborative process with somebody, it's so important to truly understand how you are designed to work and what kind of style of environment is best suited to make your business thrive, make your business profit, and actually you having an easy, at least not maybe always easy, but easeful time doing the work that you are meant to do in the world. And to find out more about this topic, but from a little bit different lens, with the lens of marketing, I invite you to click the video on the screen. And if it's not on the screen, it will be linked below.